Hello everyone, my name is Josh Diaz, and today we're going to be unboxing the Black Diffusion 1/8 filter from KNF Concepts. This is a 4-inch by 5.65-inch filter ready for traditional matte box systems. For full disclosure, KNF did send me this filter to review, and I'm going to have that review coming up very soon. I'm excited to see some budget offerings in the cinema matte box style filters. These filters are usually really expensive, and the KNF option is very budget friendly, so I'm excited to take a look at it. So let's get into the packaging. Like most of KNF's packaging around their filter systems, I'm a fan, and I've often thought their packaging is really good in terms of protection for the glass filters on the inside. I've never had a filter break. So we're going to open it up with the flip top, and on the inside, as you'll see, KNF Concepts filters always come with this leather pouch that's padded and cushioned on the inside to kind of just brush dust away and keep your filters safe. It's got a little nylon or ribbon cable that pulls up the filter so you don't have to actually make contact to the filter with your fingers. However, I will be doing that a lot as I unbox it just because it's hard to get a hold of these. And then we're going to look at the interior packaging as well. Just a thin layer of traditional packing foam and then one wrapped around the edges. Here's a little demonstration of the squish, adequately packed. Again, never had an issue with KNF filters being shipped through the mail. It just fits in there nice and snug, but we're going to get rid of the packaging and we're going to look at the filter by itself. So an individual filter sleeve comes with the filter, and as we take it out, you'll see that the filter actually comes protected with almost like gift wrap style wrapping. It's nothing fancy for sure. It's just this paper finish that's taped together. It keeps the filter protected though. I don't hate this approach. As you'll see, we have the 1/8 mist filter. This is the black mist or the Black Diffusion filter from KNF, designed to compete with other mist filters on the market from the likes of Tiffin, perhaps. There's tons of other diffusion filters out there, and this is just one of them. We're going to be testing it on this channel, so I'm excited to see how it performs against all the other filters that I use. But your standard rectangle, really, these filters are big, especially if you haven't seen one in person. 4 by 5.5 or 5.6 inches is quite a large piece of glass. Of course, it's meant to fit in a traditional matte box. And spoiler alert, it's not the only filter I received from KNF. They actually sent me 2 more filters to test in an upcoming video, which I'm very excited to do. They sent me their ND64 and their ND8, just designed to cut light away from the camera. They're just ND filters. I chose these 2 specific ND strengths just because one is kind of in entry level, just like the lightest ND you can get, and then one is a lot stronger for those sunny days. That ND64 is going to cut down on a lot of light. So I'm going to be testing all 3 of these filters to see if they perform as well as some more expensive glass. But this is an unboxing video of the Black Mist specifically, and I kind of want to give you a demonstration on how this is going to look in a traditional matte box. So what we have here is the Shape matte box system. It's an all-in-one system with 2 trays, and it is very robust. It's from a Montreal-based Canadian filmmaking company called Shape that I love. I love their red accents. I love their build construction. And this is another product that I love from Shape. It's a matte box, and it is awesome. And we're going to slide the filter in here, and I'm just going to show you how it is going to look inside a bigger, bulkier matte box system like this. So we're going to start with the front filter, and we're going to pull the tray out. And this is a standard size tray for a 4 by 5.565 matte box filter. Just slides into the tray. There's grooves that you have to align so it doesn't pop out, and then you just lift this little thumb tab and pop the glass filter in, and it's going to hold it nice and sturdy there. Trying to keep my fingers off of it because this glass smudges very, very easily. And we're going to put it back in the matte box in the front filter tray. So we're just going to slide it in here, and watch as it drops down. It's going to cover the entire viewing area, and we have our first filter. And this is how it's going to sit in a traditional style matte box. Nothing too crazy, but it takes up the whole area, which will allow you to shoot on some pretty wide lenses and still get full filter coverage. Now, this Shape matte box is special because that rear matte box, the rear filter tray, is actually rotating for polarizer, which I think is just a super interesting piece of design. It's actually really cool if you see it in person. And we're going to just pop one of those ND filters that I showed off previously in there, just to show you kind of how that functions and how this filter would look like if you stacked it with an ND, which is going to be a super common use case. Most of the time when you're using a diffusion outdoors, you're going to be using an ND as well. And this is how that system looks together. You have the swiveling ND in the back. The swivel is not really important because it's not a polarizer anymore, but just, you know, an interesting feature for this matte box. And then, of course, you have the diffusion in the front. 2 layers of glass, and I can't wait to see how these things perform in a test. I hope they do well, because at the budget they're coming in, they're very, very competitive. And one last thing I wanted to show off was just how thick this glass is. You don't really think about like the thickness of your filters, but this glass is many times thicker than those circular filters you get for standard photo cameras. And that's it. That is the full unboxing of the KNF Black Diffusion 1/8 cinema glass filter, the 4x5.65 filter. Again, we're just going to put it back in the tray, and that is your unboxing. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.